Hey Fayetteville fans, Colin Casey here in the Woodpeckers broadcast booth, joined by left-hander Trey Dombroski, the 2022 Astros fourth-round pick. Trey, I appreciate you taking the time. Good to finally get a chance to talk with you. I wish it was under a little bit better weather that we got right now. It's got to kind of remind you of those days in February and March back in New Jersey, getting ready for the spring with how cold it is out and all the wet weather. I'm sure you've been through it before.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm excited to get this thing going. Thank you for having me on, and like I said, I'm excited to chat, finally.
Yeah, it's always great to talk with you. You're about 2 months into this season. This is your first season of professional baseball after being drafted last summer. And it's you've had a lot of quite a bit of success so far with Fayetteville Woodpeckers. You sit second in the league now in strikeouts. You had a really good outing this past week against Myrtle Beach, 15 up, 15 down, coming out of the bullpen in this ball game. And What's it been like experiencing that first full season as a professional baseball player?
Yeah, it's definitely been really cool. It's been a bit of an adjustment from college, safe to say. Sometimes you're pitching twice, sometimes you got to pitch out of the bullpen, sometimes you're starting. So the routine's kind of always changing on the fly, but it's been a lot of fun, and I've learned a lot about myself as a pitcher, and it's been good to go out there and try and do your best.
Well, I mentioned that outing with Myrtle Beach, but another big milestone you had was that outing you had with Nolan DeVos in Salem a couple of weeks ago. Carried a no-hitter into that ninth inning. Did you know going into the game, coming out of relief, coming on for Nolan, that you guys had that no-hitter at that point?
I did. When Nolan goes out there, he's always going to give you a really good shot to win. So it's kind of easy going in after him because he's so good, and we're usually winning by that point. So I did know, but I was just going out there and doing my thing and trying to keep us in the ball game and give us a good shot to win.
Did he give you a lot of grief after that ninth inning single drop just in front of the left fielder? Or was
we were joking around about it, but at the end of the day, it's good to just get that win, and it was a good experience. Definitely, I wish we got it done, but maybe next time.
So I alluded it to a little bit earlier. You grew up in New Jersey. You played your high school ball at Wall High School for the Crimson Knights and ended up at Monmouth University just 10 miles down the road. You got a chance to play with your brother Regan there as well, which did that factor into your decision at all?
Monmouth? Absolutely. Just because Monmouth was close to home and having my brother there did really make it an easy decision for me because we were the age gap where I didn't really get to play with him a lot when I was a kid. So going into my freshman year, I was really excited, safe to say. So it was great, and I'm really happy about going to Monmouth.
Did you learn a lot under him in those first couple of years at Monmouth when he was there with you?
Yeah, absolutely. He was a little bit more of a different pitcher than me. It was definitely a lot to learn, though. He taught me to just go out there, be myself, and it was kind of cool. Every game my parents would come to, and they'd see one of us pitching, and definitely my biggest moments were when I would start and he would come in after me, or he would start and I would come in after him. So those were some of my best moments playing baseball so far.
And I'm sure your mom and dad were happy. It was just a short 10-minute ride down the road.
Absolutely.
No plane rides or anything like that.
Yeah, no. All my family members were coming. It was really fun, and it was really cool to experience.
So your freshman year at Monmouth was in 2020. Obviously, the season got cut short due to the pandemic, but you come back in 2021, have a really strong sophomore season, and then end up getting selected to play baseball for the Harwich Mariners in the Cape League. What was it like finding out that you were asked to go play in one of the top summer leagues for college baseball?
Yeah, no, that was really awesome, and I was really excited about it because I was able to go out there and show my effort against some of the best talent in the world. So it was really cool, and I was so excited because it's such a prestigious league that you want to get to experience it, and I'm really grateful that I was able to.
So you get down there and you have success immediately. You go 3-0 with a 0.85 earned run average in those 6 games. I'm sure those 6 games flew by with just the 2-month season down there. But you end up being selected as the pitcher of the year for the 2021 season. You also won an award alongside your teammate Brock Wilkin, who won MVP, the Wake Forest Demon Deacon. What was it like going out there on the mound on the field before that game at White House Field and receiving that award from the league?
Yeah, that was an unbelievable milestone, and it kind of goes back to the guys behind me really helping me just be myself. And when I got there, the coaches just told me to go out there and trust what I've done and trust what I got because, you put in the work in the off season and the season's just a time to go show what you got. And he said to me, go out there and go do what you do. And that really gave me the confidence to just go out there, have fun, and especially the guys behind me, they helped me out a lot, and it was a lot of fun.
I can't remember if it was a trophy or a plaque, but you still have that
Oh,
somewhere?
absolutely, yeah. That's in my room. It's it's almost like a big cup.
Oh,
and then
oh yeah,
it's
that's
got
right. Yeah.
on the bottom, so that will definitely be up in my room forever.
That's awesome to hear. And those summers in the Cape League can be really special. And you obviously were teammates with a number of guys who've gone on to play professional baseball now. Billy Seidel's one that jumps out to me. He was just in town a couple of weeks ago with the Kannapolis Cannonballers. Do you still keep in touch with those guys, even though it was only a couple of months that you guys played together?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Just because we were with each other so much, whether it be at the field, off the field. I try my best to keep in touch with them because most of them, like you said, are in pro ball. So it's kind of cool to keep in touch with them, see how they're doing. And the big thing for me is always you can learn stuff from them. So I always like to keep in touch with them and try and take my game to the next level.
So the summer of 2021 special for all of those reasons. The following summer probably equally as special for you. Go around to July, and you end up getting that phone call from the Houston Astros taken in the 4th round of last year's draft. Was there any indication that Houston was going to be the team that was calling? Were you surprised at all? What was it like? It was definitely an emotional day for you.
Yeah, no, it was a hectic day to say the least because it's kind of up in the air. You never really know what team you're going to go to, who's going to call. So my agent actually called me on the 4th round, and it was either the Blue Jays or the Astros were going to take me. And we were watching the draft tracker on the TV outside. I was with all my friends, my family, and I had the draft tracker on my phone too, which was a couple picks ahead. And the Blue Jays go, nothing, and I'm like, and the Astros come up in 133, and I'm refreshing it every second, and I refreshed it, and I saw my name, and I'm like, do I tell everyone I'm going right now or not? And I actually didn't tell anyone, so they all saw it on the TV, and it was definitely a really special moment, and I'm forever grateful for it.
That had to be one of the toughest secrets to ever keep, even though it was only for about 60
yeah,
seconds.
Definitely one of the toughest secrets to keep, but I'm glad I did because everyone got to see it on the TV, and it was definitely very special.
So you end up spending the last couple of months before making your debut here in April of this year. Was that a bit of a chance to reset going into your professional career? What did you kind of spend those months of August and September as the 2022 minor league season wrapped up?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was a good time to reset. And down in West Palm, we worked on a bunch of different stuff. I was kind of getting acclimated to what it's like being a professional baseball player, and it was really cool because the guys down at the complex really took us under their wings. So they taught us a lot, and it was just really cool to see how the Astros do stuff, and it was a good time to work on stuff I'm not good at. So I was really happy about that, and it's been going really good so far, so I'm forever grateful.
As I mentioned before, it's your first full year in minor league baseball. It's also the first year for pitching coach Zach Wilkins with the Fayetteville Woodpeckers. Working under Zach, have you been able to learn some of the more minute things about your pitching? Has there been some things that you've been able to fine-tune under Wilkins under his first year here?
Yeah, no, absolutely. He, I was telling them before, we kind of lucked out having him. It's really good to have him because he helps us kind of take our game up every single day, and like he tells us, it's a process. Some games you're gonna have bad games, some games you're gonna do the best you've ever done, and what he's just taught me is be really good with your process and make sure you go out there, and if you do good, make sure you keep going, and if you do bad, it's kind of a sign of what you got to work on and what you got to get better with, and I'm forever grateful that he's really helping me take my game to the next level.
And you've got a lot of teammates that also played in college around the same time as you, and they've come in and kind of been in the same situation. I know Michael Knorr and Andrew Taylor, a couple other guys that came in like you and hadn't pitched at all last year with Fayetteville. Being able to adjust alongside those guys, was that a little bit of a benefit coming in knowing, okay, I'm not the only new guy on the block here?
Yeah, absolutely. Last year down in West Palm, we spent a ton of time together, so it it was really cool to just see what guys do differently and kind of pick apart their routine, see what they do, and see if I could add anything to my game to help me get better. So it definitely made the transition easier because we were all in the same boat and we're all really close. So we were all really helping each other just to kind of get going in this first season.
Back to your time growing up in New Jersey, obviously Yanks and Mets country out there. Were there any arms that you watched growing up that you really kind of found as a mentor and really modeled your game after?
Yeah, see, actually, I was a big Clayton Kershaw fan, so that was one guy I really liked to watch. Not just because he was good at baseball, but off the field, he's kind of like a really good role model, I feel like, and it's really cool to see how he's progressed over the years. You know, when he got in the league, he was a really hard thrower, and now he's kind of just one of the best pitchers to ever play the game.
Changing gears a little bit here. I hear you're a big New York Giants fan. I am as well,
Absolutely.
So that's always great to have that company here. You watched Eli Manning win a couple of Super Bowls for Big Blue growing up, and now it's Daniel Jones' team at this point. Just got a big contract with the Giants. Are you sold? Are you all in on Danny Dimes?
I am all in on Daniel Jones, and I'm all in on the front office. I absolutely love what they're doing, and when they traded for Darren Waller, I was really excited. And this offseason, I'm going to definitely try and get to some games. So I want to see him beat the Eagles. That's definitely one thing on my bucket list.
I feel like I might be stating the obvious here, but is the New York Groove song that you come out to, is that homage to the touchdown song?
Yeah, absolutely, because I remember before the Vikings playoff game, Saquon Barkley put out that video to that song, and I was like, that's definitely going to be my walkout this year. So definitely paying homage to the Giants, and definitely.
Oh, I can always appreciate some love for the New York Giants down here in Fayetteville. Lastly, wrap up here. There's been a rumor going around the clubhouse that you changed your socks and brought them to high socks. And some folks, I didn't make this rumor, are saying that it led to a big confidence boost in you. Can you confirm or deny that that's
I
the case?
cannot confirm nor deny, but I'm going to leave you with this. I think the high pants are the move.
Yeah, okay.
I think the high pants are the move.
Yeah, is it a comfort thing too as well, or is it just pure superstition?
I think it's a little bit of both. This actually goes back to my time in the Cape in summer ball. That was the first time I ever wore my pants up, and it's kind of sticking with me, and I absolutely love it.
I guess that kind of prompts a follow-up question with what you wore in the Cape. This is a tough one right now to ask based on what we just unveiled. As you see the tumbler here, the 80 Deuces uniforms that we just recently rolled out. Are they a little bit better than those cream whites that Harwich wore? I know they really reveled on.
Yeah, it's tough to say. It's tough to say. I don't know. I think I do like the Fayetteville stuff more. I think definitely. Just because it's professional baseball, it's got a little something extra to it. So
I think it's safe to say, though, it's got to be two of the best uniforms.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah,
career.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. Those creams are some of the best uniforms I've ever seen, and I'll always appreciate them.
Well, you'll probably be seeing Trey Dombroski wear some more of those Fayetteville threads throughout the 2023 season. Trey, appreciate the time. Best of luck the rest of the year, and we'll see what else you can accomplish in your first full season of professional baseball.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on.